Hello and welcome to the very first edition of the TKO Fight Show. In this video, I'm going to be discussing Dana White Season 7, Episode 8 of the Contender series. I'm going to give you guys my predictions. It's been a great season. It's coming to an end next week. This is the second last week. Hopefully all 5 guys and girls that are fighting today are going to get a contract. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm going to start off with the first fight. It's going to be between bantamweights. I have some notes here that I've written down on these guys. It's going to be Vinicius de Oliveira versus Victor Hugo Madrigal. So we're going to start off with Vinicius Oliveira here. He's from Brazil. His nickname is Lock Dog. 5'9", 69-inch reach, 27 years old. He's got an 18-3 record. 14 wins are by knockout. 2 submission wins, 2 decision wins. His 3 losses are by knockout, though. He fights out of Samba team in Brazil. His last loss came against an 8-0 Ali Taleb, who's currently in the PFL, so no shame in that. And it was late in the 3rd round, too, as well. So he's a durable guy. He lost late in the 3rd round against a guy that's currently in the PFL. He's actually dominating himself right now. Back to the notes here. He likes to stand and trade, but he does have one guillotine choke win and a rear naked choke win. So he is savvy on the ground a bit. Like, seems like he's a little well-rounded. He likes to stand and trade for the most part, but yeah, if it comes to going to the ground, he does have a couple of submission wins, and he's gone the distance as well. So we're going to also talk about Victor Hugo Madrigal for a sec here. He's from Mexico. Perquito is his nickname here. 5'7", 67-inch reach, 33 years old. So he's 6 years older than a 27-year-old de Oliveira. He's got a 15-4 record. His last loss was in 2019 to Marcelo Roja. His last win was in April 2023 against Jose Alberto Quiones. Fights out of Mad Dogs MMA. It's a decent gym. A lot of people that I see training there. 7 knockout wins, 5 submission wins, 3 decision wins. He's lost by knockout once. Knocked out 1 time. 3 decision losses as well. So he's durable. He does go the distance as well. So based on what I'm seeing here, I'm going to look at these notes here again. This Hugo Madrigal guy, he's beaten quality opponents on the regional scene. Submitted Christian Quiones, not the last Quiones that he fought, but Christian Quiones, who's currently in the UFC right now, folks. And what else am I seeing here? He's a 3.1 underdog. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one here, though, still. Both fighters made the weight. They look good on the scales. Victor Madrigal took 3 years off in 2019 after getting knocked out. And, basically, after he came back from, that 2019 layoff, he's been off for 3 years. He came back last year. And, I want to talk about that loss, by the way, in 2019. It came against Rojo, who finished 15 of 17 fights, by the way. He was no slouch. So he's a very good prospect himself. And he came back 3 times, fought since in 2022 until now. And he submitted his last opponent in April this year. And he got 2 knockout wins last year. My prediction is that this fight is going to go longer than usual, to be quite honest with you. Especially with it paying 2.5 right now, 2.6 on Betway at least, from what I see. I'm going to enter all my wagers later just to see what's going on. But these lines, they've been fluctuating. But anyways, the over 2.5 looks very solid here. I'm not picking a winner. I'm not going to give you guys a winner. If I'm forced to pick, I don't know. I'm not going to, I'll say Oliveira. But it's not worth the price tag, to be quite honest with you. So I'm not sure if you guys know what I mean there, but I'm more confident in the over there. So good luck with that one, guys. And let's move on to the next fight. It's going to be between some bantamweights, 135 pounds. So it's going to be Ernesta Karakate from Lithuania versus Carly Judice from she's American. Her nickname is Crispy. So we're going to start with Lithuania's Ernesta Karkė. There's not many Lithuania people in the UFC. There is Modestas Bukauskas, if I'm saying that correctly. The only guy that kind of rings a bell that's in there right now, but not many Lithuanians. But I'm going to talk about Ernesta Karkė here for a minute. She's 4-0, 2 knockout wins, 2 decision wins, 1 draw. She's 25 years old. Her nickname is Heavy-Handed. So she likes to stand and trade, just on that nickname. She's 5'9". She also fought kickboxing and boxing, going 3-0 in the, what's it called, in the amateurs. She's known for her kickboxing skills. However, her 2 MMA decision wins came against a couple of grapplers, guys that were known, girls that were known for submissions and like wrestling heavy. So she was able to overcome that, essentially. She won Hexagon's MMA championship. She also trains others in her gym. So that's all I got on her so far. We're going to talk about Carly Judice. She's got a 2-0 record, both by way of knockout. She hasn't been a pro for long. She is 30 years old. 5'7", 66-inch reach, 4-0 amateur record as well. 3 knockout wins there and 1 decision win. She fights out of Head Kicks MMA with Aaron Phillips, who was a bantamweight, who's been in the UFC, had a couple of unsuccessful stints, going 0-4, 0-2 the first time he came. Then he came back a couple of years later. He went 0-2 again. So she's been training with. He's the only guy that I see out of that gym that's actually worth, I guess, mentioning. I didn't see anybody else that stuck out, at least even in her weight class. But she has trained with him, I believe. But based on my predictions in this fight, I'm going to have to say Carly. I'm going to go with Carly here. I'm going to go with Carly here, everybody, because just because she controls the pace of the fight. She has a wrestling background, which she hasn't necessarily used, and I read about her that not only did I read about her, she actually fought a couple of people that like to wrestle. She overcame that in those decision wins. I believe she wins this fight inside the distance and gets it done, to be honest with you. And she's a 2.4 underdog from what I see here in the last I've seen on Betway. So I'm going to go with Lithuania's Ernesta to get it done.